everyone, welcome back to Kirsty Colour and Sketch. I was looking back at all my old videos and I noticed that the last time I did my entire collection of finished pages was exactly about 6 months ago. I can't believe it's actually that long because it doesn't seem 2 minutes ago since I last did this video, but it obviously is. So it might be a long one. Grab yourself a brew, a coffee, a tea, a cold drink, and a snack because you might need one. And I'm going to go through every single colouring page that I have coloured. So let's get started. Just before we get into it, please give this video a huge thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, a big welcome. Please do hit the subscribe and the notification bell. It's much appreciated. So the first book that I'm going to show you is Fairy Celebrations by Clara Markova. This is the only book I own in her collection, and I have done the title page. I'm not going to get into too much detail on what I used in particular on the pages because some of these pages I did last year and I will not be able to remember exactly what I used, but there is some gel pen, metallic gel pen shining away on that one. And then more recently I did a Christmas page. This Christmas just gone I did this one. Really happy with how that turned out, and I do remember that was Prismacolor pencils and a lot of white gel pen around her dress. I used a Helen Elliston tutorial for the candy canes, which I think turned out just beautiful. So that's that one. The next one is another Maria Troll book, and this is Dream Wreath. Now all Maria Troll's books are hardback and just lovely quality paper. So I've not tagged any of these pages, so we'll just have to find them. So I did this one. This one was done with marker pens and then a tiny little bit of pencil over the top, so you can see the bleed through on the next page, but they are single-sided so you're not ruining an image on the other side, so that's just perfect. The next one in here was this little cute one. I really love this page and it didn't take long at all. Some of these pages already have the black type backgrounds, so all I needed to do was just colour these little areas. A really fast one, really cute. I did this one. Now I did use some water brush markers in the background on this and I put a bit too much water down and it did just, you know, warp the page, and I don't know what happened on this side. I've obviously ripped some page out here. I don't know what it was. I don't know what's gone on there. I can't remember. It was quite a while ago now that I did this one. If you hear emergency vehicles going past my house, it's a regular occurrence. I live on a main road, so they might interrupt this video a few times. I did this lovely flower wreath. Again, it's one that had a black type background. I put lots of white gel pen in the background on that one, just to give it a little bit of decoration. This is one of my favourite pages that I've ever done. I did this over about 3 or 4 nights and I absolutely love it. I think that was with my Arteza pencils for that one. Really lovely. And that's it in that one. Next we've got Botanicum, another Maria Troll book. And let's try and find, I think there's only 1 or 2 pages in this one. I do need to get these books out more. There's some beautiful Easter pages in here. So I did this one with the cherries. This was a pastel background. I think it was the Arteza pencils I used on this one. It looks like it. Tiny bit of metallic gel pen around the edge of the bowl. I know I did an Easter bunny somewhere. I'm sure it was in this book. Pretty sure. We've gone past it. Oh, it's there. And on this one I used stickles for the entire background, so I don't know if it'll pick up on camera, possibly a little bit there. I can't quite see my camera from where I'm sat. But yeah, all over the background that stickles. Little Easter bunny. There is quite a lot of spring pages in Maria Troll's books. She sort of goes through the seasons in her books, so you will find Easter, autumn, Christmas type pages, Halloween, all throughout her books if you're looking for something like that. Now I'm just going to go through my PDF pages that are in this wallet. I'm not going to take them out. I will try and get the glare off, but there is quite a lot of pages in here. So this one was a Maria Troll page that I did, and I just loved this one. I used pastel pencils for this little doggy and for her, and then I think I used Winsor & Newton Pro markers to base these flowers with, and just went over with a tiny bit of pencil. So the next two pages we've got here, this is another Maria Troll page. This has got glossy accents on the eyes. I can see them shining away. Really love that. And then a flower that I did in all pan pastels, this one was. Again, this one's Maria Troll. Not Maria Troll. Oh, scrap that. Did I say that on the last page as well? Mariola Budek. Oh my word, my brain's gone already and we're only at the start of the video. Ignore me. These are Mariola Budek. Oh my word. Yeah, this was the first time I tried, I think it was some sort of pastel pencil in that hair. I'm not entirely sure I can remember. But stickles up here on the bow. The background was the GD watercolours, the chameleon ones that change colour in the light, so it goes from a sort of brown to pink. These ones are by an illustrator called Swoosh on Etsy. Something a little bit different, so I had fun with that one, with an acrylic background which I sponged on. This is Christine Karen, one of the pages off her Etsy store, and I really enjoyed doing this one. Really enjoyed it. It's her I went to town on with a Posca pen. Now looking back, I wouldn't do that again. I don't know why I decided to do the whole of his hair with a Posca pen, but there you go. The things we look back on and think, yeah, I wouldn't do that now. This one is Mystica Memos. This is Fabiana Atanasio. She has got, she's featured in the latest edition of Colour in Heaven that I picked up from the supermarket this morning. I have just left my copy downstairs, but Lucy Just Adds Colour has got a flip through of it. So her illustrations are just beautiful, the faces on them. But I really enjoyed this because it's obviously Hermione from Harry Potter. This was Nouveau Glitter, all in the background. Really sparkly. We're getting a glare because they're in the wallets, but hopefully you can see how shiny that is. On this side we have Rickley Illustrations. Now he's not on Etsy, but if you find him on Instagram, he has a link to his online shop where you can purchase these pages. Absolutely stunning. It's just there at the bottom actually, at Rickley Illustration. These are Rickley Illustrations again. I wasn't happy with this one. I don't know what I was thinking with the background, but yeah. And again on this side as well, the watercolour bled into a shorts and into a top. So I wasn't best pleased with those ones, but there was lots of fun. This one is by Rosary Sawana Mama. You will find her on Etsy as well. She has just released, I think it's 3 new illustrations. Yesterday she released those on her Etsy store. They are beautiful as always. So if you want to go and check out those new pages. This one is Real I'm sure that's how you pronounce his name. Baby Ursula. that I did here. I used a Neocolor 2 background on this one. Really fun, really fun. The only thing I noticed after I'd coloured it was that this should have been purple, because this is part of her, isn't it? Ursula. So that bit and that bit, the tentacles should have been purple. I got confused with this, but not to worry. Next one, this was a PDF colouring book that I bought from Tim Jeffs, and it was Endangered Baby Animals. Really cute little Columbia Basin Pygmy Rabbit. Super cute. I did that with some pastel pencils, and then I put in a bit of regular pencils over the top. I can't remember exactly which ones, but I loved colouring that one. This again is Mariola Budek. So I really had fun with this one. This was a pan pastel skin and pan pastel for the robin, and the rest was pencil. I made it into a snowy scene, so I put lots of gel pen all over the image to look like it was snowing, and I do really love that one. So next up on this side we've got Mystica Mirrors. I went to town on this one. She was hosting a competition on her Instagram, I believe, and one was being drawn by random.org, and one was, she was picking a favourite page. I didn't win, unfortunately, but yeah, I loved doing this. Watercolour background. I think this was pan pastel. Lots of gel pen again on the mushrooms. This one was a page from Tanya Bond. This was a page from a new grayscale colouring book. Really enjoyed that one again. I think I put this up on my YouTube channel as a time-lapse colouring. So these are super cute. These are by Tim Jeffs again. These was over on his Facebook page as a competition as well, which was Christmas up any of his pages. So I put a little Christmas hat on the polar bear, little Christmas tree in the background. Super cute. And then on this one, I turned his shell into a bauble, which I still love. I absolutely love these pages. Absolutely love them. Next we have another Mystica Mirrors page. This was a set of 3 images she released around Christmas time, so all Christmas images. Really cute. I did the writing in the background with the drawing gum, so I put the drawing gum on, put a wash of watercolour in the background, allowed it to dry, and then I erased the areas where I'd written this Merry Christmas Squirrel writing in the background. This one is Mariola Budek. Again, this one's on my channel actually. And on this one, I think it was a marker pen base, and then I went over the top with pencils. The background was pan pastel. Really proud of how that one turned out. I really do think she's really beautiful. Again, Mariola Budek. I wasn't as convinced with this page. I love the hair. I followed a hair tutorial by Debbie from Colour Me Stress Free. So if you're interested in the hair colour on this, go check that out. Yours might turn out better than mine. She did a fabulous tutorial and hers is amazing. So check that out, definitely. I wasn't keen. The skin was just playing up something rotten for me because of the paper. Mariola Budek. The set of art that I purchased from her is the one on the recycled sort of tan-toned paper, but it's quite tricky to colour on, and the skin was just really not playing ball with me at all. I did a Distress Ink background, I think, on that one, but yeah, definitely check Debbie's hair tutorial out on that one. These ones are by Annie Colouring. She released a set of dinosaurs on her Etsy store. And this is one that I did. I think it was Neocolor 2s for the actual dinosaur on this one. Looks like a distress ink background. So this one is again Mystica mirrors, but I printed this on the Strathmore tan-toned mixed media paper, and I used the Tombow Eroticons on this one, and I absolutely love it. The Tombow Eroticons work perfectly on that Strathmore mixed media paper. They prefer a paper that has more tooth to it, so you're going to get the best out of the Tombows with a paper that has a tooth to it and light layers. You cannot sort of, if you go in hard straight away with the Tombows with too much pressure, because they're already quite a hard pencil, they can rip your paper. So you need the perfect paper and you need light layers, but they're beautiful pencils. This was a set of her inspirations by Mariola Boudet that I did on the channel. So all these her tutorials are on my channel. If you want to go under playlists on her series, they'll be on there. So this was a sort of grey, silver, white hair tutorial that I did. Watercolour background, very simple. This one was using the Tombow Eroticons, again a tutorial on my channel. Stickles for the background. This one was using Polychromos pencils. Super cute pages, these by Mariola Boudet. Again, this one was Prismacolor. Yeah, Prismacolor pencils, I did that one, a ginger hair colour with. The sort of pink tone hair was Castle Art pencils. The black hair was the Black Widow pencils. And the blonde was the Arteza pencils. So all these tutorials are on my channel. I did try to use as many pencils as I could, because I wanted to give, you know, people who don't necessarily have the Prismacolors, have the Polychromos, I wanted to use some budget friendly pencils as well, so that people can follow along who have the budget friendly pencils. So yeah, I think the only one, I don't think I did one with Colour Softs. Oh, that was Colour Softs, sorry, yes. This one was done with the Derwent Colour Softs. So this one was a page by an artist I found on Etsy. I've only recently found her, and it's Dua Mawaz, I believe, is the pronunciation of it. I wasn't 100% happy with my skin. I am still struggling with dark skin tones. I am still trying and practicing to get it on point, and it just wasn't going smooth, but in the end I thought I'm going to go for a sketchy feel to this page. So I erased some patches from the hair to give it a sketchy feel, and on the skin as well. But I had a good go. I really love the shades she's cut on this one. But that's all the PDFs out the way now, so we can get back into the books. So this one is the Harry Potter a cinematic gallery, cloth bound. It is huge, this book, and I've only done one page in here, and it was this one. I used the Black Widow pencils for all of this, I believe. Definitely was on the floor. Yeah, I think it was just Black Widows throughout the whole page on this one. Really, really fun, but the people really, really time consuming. Pop that one down there, that's a heavy book. So the next ones I've got is Tim Jeff's Animals in Detail Volume 5 on this one. They're my reference pictures, ignore those. So in here we have this one. Did this one quite some time ago now. I do believe I did it on a live stream. I think this one. And then more recently I did the hawk. No, not the hawk, the kestrel. The American kestrel, which I really loved. I absolutely loved this. I think I did this one with the Tombows actually. Did I do it with the Tombows? I'm almost positive that I did that with Tombow pencils, Rogertons, and it's gorgeous. Love that one. So next up is another book from Tim Jeffs, this time volume 3. And I really should have tagged these pages. Oh, there we go. And it's the Leopard Gecko that I did in this one. I based it all in Neocolor 2s, and then I went over the top with a bit of shading with pencils. And it was the Arteza pencils I went over the top on this one with. Really super cute, that one. This one's Jasmine, Becky, Griffith, Mermaids. This was one of the very first colouring books that I got that I won on Debbie's channel for 500 subscribers, I do believe it was. So I did this one. This one. That one. I used a washi tape for around the for like a border on this one. It's like a mirrored washi tape. Really fun. Did that one. This has a lot of glossy accents on it. All those fish, I put lots of glossy accents over the top of them. And then again, that's that colour change in watercolour paint, the Chameleon set from GD Watercolours. Did this one. More recently this one, I did this one on the channel. Lots of stickles on those shells. You'll be able to see sparkling. This one, she's scary. Lots of stickles on her mermaid tail as well. And I think there's one more. Like I say, I've done quite a few pages in this one. That one, which is on the channel as well. I did that as a colouring chat, I think. And that's it in that one. Next up, I've got Mystica, Mirrors, Galaxy Girls and Zodiac Signs. This is a really fun book, so I did that one. With the moon. That one. This is my star sign, Cancer. The Crabby. And then we have this one. I didn't go in with a background on that one. I don't know why. I don't normally leave it so white like that. But yeah, must have been a reason. I did this one, which I really love. I really love that one. I did this one. If you're interested in the skin, I think there is a tutorial on this skin on my channel somewhere. It'll be under, if you click on playlists, it'll be on tutorials somewhere under there. That's it out of that one. So next up we have Escape to Christmas Past by Good Wives and Warriors. Now this page always gets stuck. There's one page in here that I put lots and lots of glitter on and it always gets stuck to the pages and I can't find it. I should have put a tag in this one as well. There we go, right at the front. So this is Scrooge. And I did this one for Christmas in July and I put all those confettis on and it is so sparkly. So sparkly. And I put a bit of washi tape down the sides as well. Christmas washi tape. Just to make it even more Christmassy. But that's the only page I've done in that one, actually. Next up is Rita Berman's compilation book. I'm not going to pronounce this because I will butcher it. But, oh, that was a whip. I just started a bit of glitter in the background on that one, but I didn't finish it. But the one I've done is a gel pen page, actually. I was testing out my new gel pens on this little page here, so that's full of gel pen. Glitter gel pen, metallic gel pens, all the gel pens. I think it was the Jelly Rolls. Yeah, it was the Jelly Rolls. I'd just gotten them for my birthday, the big set, so I was testing them out on there. So next up we've got Wildwood Surrey by Stegg. And again, I've only done one page in this one, and it was this one. It's called Azalea Green Willow. This one. That was all done in watercolour, and then a tiny bit of gel pen. But that's all watercolour. Love that book. Super cute. Next one is by Emily Lyda-Lorberg, and this is Fairytales. Her first book that she released is out of print. I've been dying to get my hands on it for the longest time, and we can't get hold of it, so I have to be happy with this book. So here's one that I did. This was mainly just block colouring. I was just in the mood to block colour and make it really vibrant, and then I went in with some gel pen in little areas. But yeah, mainly block coloured one, that one. This one that I blacked out the background in. I think I blacked it out with, it was one of the cheaper acrylic paints. I think it was Crafter's Choice or something like that, the Royal and Land Nickel. And then, I think it's right at the beginning, this one that I absolutely love. The little squirrel with a patchwork blanket. Super cute. I love how fluffy it looks. It took me the longest time to do that, but it was worth it. Next I've got some books by Kirby Roseannes, and this one's the Anamorphia. And I did a double pager in this one at the back, the flamingos. So this was a mix of acrylic paint background, Neocolor 2s, a bit of KJ design by Karen metallic watercolour up here, and pencil, and a bit of stickles up here for the rain. It's raining on that little dude up there. But that's the only page I've done in this book. That's really bad, isn't it? The only page I've done. Next up is Kirby Roseannes again. We're on a bit of a Kirby Roseannes marathon here now. Worlds Within Worlds. And I did this sloth page, which I still really love. This was pencils for all the background down here, and then the sloth and the tree branch was done with the Prima watercolour Decadent Pie sets. Really love this page. It's really cute. Something about sloths, they're properly cute. This was a double page spread that I I yellowed out. This was an acrylic background again. This was the Decor at Americana acrylic paint for the background. It did take me some time to get in all these little areas. But yeah, again, it was worth it. I love how vibrant this page is. Lots of Pentel Hybrid dual metallic gel pens on this page as well. This colour that I've used on the petals or leaves was an Arteza pencil. It was one of the gold ones, I believe. I did this one. So this was the Dragon's Eye. So this was all done in Prismacolor. All the purple you can see is Prismacolor. Then I used some metallic watercolour, I think, for these bits with some stickles, and then I filled in this whole eye with glossy accents to give it this shine. Now I think I might have missed a page at the back. Yeah, I did this candle stick page. Now at the time that this book first came out is when I did this page, and Debbie from Colour Me Stress Free was doing a 2-hour Kirby challenge, and I thought, go on, I'm going to give that a go. So this was actually completed in 2 hours. That's probably why it's a bit sloppy on the paint in the background. It was again an acrylic background. I think this was Neocolor 2s down here, and then a bit of pencil and gel pen. So that's that one. Next up is Kirby again, and it's Fragile World, and I do have 2 copies of this book. Now originally I had 2 copies because I pre-ordered from 2 separate places, forgetting that I'd already pre-ordered it. So one was from the Book Depository, one was from Amazon. but I am so happy that I actually made that mistake, because recently I really messed up a page in this book. I had thrown so much water at it that the page was literally hanging out the book by itself, and then it ended up ripping out another page that I had coloured nearby it. So you will see that I've got, yeah, in fact I'll show you this one first. You'll see that there's a loose page in here, and that's because it fell out of the other book, but I have just stuck it in there. It's fine like that, or I can even put like a paper clip, just pop a little paper clip on to keep it in. But this was a page that I did. I absolutely love it, love it. Lima Leaf Frogs was it called. Again, a Decorat Americana acrylic background, and the rest was, this was Prismacolor Goldenrod. I recognise that colour. The leaves, I'm pretty sure it was the Derwent Inktense. I think I used the Inktense for the leaves. And then we did, I've got it tagged, the little koalas, which I have done on a video on my channel if you want to watch that back. It's half and half. It's half real time, half time lapsed. But yeah, really cute. Oh, pop that back in. And then it doesn't want to go back in properly. Let's see. I do need to get a paper clip to just make sure that doesn't fall out. In this one, I've done 2 double page spreads in this copy. So I did these wild African dogs, and I did this on my channel as well, and these dogs was done using the Derwent Inktense, and the background was Distress Ink. And the next one was the Parrots, this one. So that was a pan pastel background with a round template on that one, a mix of pencils. I can't quite remember which ones, but it was a mix of pencils. This does look a lot like the Prismacolor Chartreuse colour, so possibly I used the Prismacolors on this page. And that's it in Fragile World. Next up we've got Eva Patisserie by Carla Magana, and I've only done 1 page in here because I didn't realise the paper was Amazon printed paper. So it's the thin paper, which I'm not a massive fan of, but I did do this one. And this was done in all marker pens with some stickles and glitter, Nouveau glitters. It was really fun, I have to say, really fun. That's the only page I've done. Next one is Hanalin's Whimsy Girls Through the Decades. Now, I purchased the artist edition because I like the quality of paper in it. It's like a cardstock paper in this one. It does come signed as well at the bottom. So I did this one, and this one I did on my channel in a 3-part colouring chart. I think it was 3 parts. And then I did this one. Ignore the skin on this one. The skin was, I had been sent some alcohol marker pens by Coloriage to review, and they didn't really have any skin tones in the set, so I was sort of doing a little trial, a little experiment to see if the lightest peachy sort of colour would work as a skin tone. And you know, it's not realistic, it's not a realistic skin tone, but there we go, we ended up with that. And then we did this one. Super cute, this one. Very little shading on this one. I think it was just all marker pen. I used the colourless blender in the set to get these spots on the skirt. The tiniest little bit of pencil detail in the hair and on the cheeks. But yeah, everything else was just pure marker pen on this one. And it was really fun. Really, really fun. Next up is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Charles Santor. So I did this one, which I absolutely loved. I used a lot of soft pastel on the sky and the sand. The rest was pencil. And I did, where's the other page gone? It must be at the back. It must be further at the back. There we go. Little Alice with all her cards. which I had to write down the colours I'd used. I don't normally write down what colours I use, but I had to because throughout this whole book you've got the same deck of cards. Obviously she's wearing the same clothes, so I wanted to make sure that I had those colours written down so that I could continue it throughout the book, the same colours. It's a really lovely book, that one. Next up we have the Disney Virtualist. This is a huge book, and I've only done 2 pages in here because it is so big and so time consuming that I would never do one of these pages solely in pencil. These have been done using Neocolor 2s, so I did this one, which we're not going to get fully on camera, but that was all Neocolor 2s. And I do have Tinkerbell, which was fun to do as well. Again, Neocolor 2s. And I had a bit of a boo-boo disaster here, so I decided to make it look like she had some fairy dust in her hand, an explosion of fairy dust. So we covered up the boo-boo and we give her a bit of sparkle at the same time. That's what I do with a lot of my pages now. If I've made a mistake, I cover it up with something. It's better than ripping the page out or abandoning it. So next up we have Coloriage Wild Vibe by Emmanuelle Collin. This is the latest book from her collection, and I did this little one, pan pastel background with a template. This one was distress ink background. This one I love the colours on it. I love her eyes, her hair. I put some gold leaf on this one as well. I don't know if you can see the gold leaf shining and the metallic watercolour paint in the background. I'm sure there's another page in here. Could be wrong. Yep, that one. Really beautiful little boy. It's a really soft one, that. And this one. Again, a watercolour background. I did do a video on backgrounds and this was included in that. So if you go onto my playlist, you'll find it under tutorials. That's that one. Next up, I'm going through my Hannah Carlson books. So the very first book that I ever got as a colourist was this one. So you will see some shocking pages in this book, let's say, ones that I'm not really proud of, but yeah, my very first colouring pages. So let's just get it over with. So it was this double page spread and I really despise it. Really, I really do not like it. But it was my first ever colouring page, and at the time I was happy with it. At the time I thought it was amazing, but yeah, I really do not like that. This was a more recent one when I went back to the book and I decided to have another go. So that one's not too bad. Don't mind that one. This was another old one. This was a full chalk pastel background, I think. Yeah, so another old one, that one. Not that het up on that, I have to be honest. And then we have another double pager here. Now this I used a tea stain in the background. All this background was a tea stain. I should really do that effect again, actually. I really should go back and do that again. But yeah. And I think that's it in this book. God knows what I was doing on that page. God only knows. So that's Soulmates. So the next one is Gold Corn, and I do have a whip in this book. I know I keep saying I don't have whips, but upon bringing all my books out, I've found quite a couple of whips that I'm going to have to get done because it's going to annoy me otherwise. So this was one of them. I just didn't like the way it was turning out and stopped, I think, but I'll just continue and I'll just you know, I'll just finish it and then it's done with. But yeah, I wasn't happy with that, how it was looking, should we say. think there is a couple more pages in here, at least one more in here. I definitely have done an owl. There we go. So this is an owl page. I really love that one. And this one, give her a bit of a zombie skin. Oh dear. Yeah, that's gold corn. Next up is Summer Nights, and again I've only done one page in this one, but it is a double page spread, and it was this one which I absolutely adore. This was a distress ink background with water thrown on to bring the colour off, lift the colour up, should I say. I think it was either Arteza or Prismacolor pencils on this one, but yeah, love that one. Next is Midnight Masquerade, and I've done quite a lot of pages in this. I think I've done a flip of this on my channel at some point. So this was the title page, and then I did this page, this one. I've got a whip in here at the minute. This is my whip, what's going on at the minute. There's a lot of gel pen on this page, but the rest of it I'm going to go in with pencil. So that will be in next month's, at the end of the month it will be in the finished pages video. I'm getting confused with what day it is. This one, this was all acrylic background. I have just noticed this white gel pen has transferred onto the other page. Not to worry. Then we have this I did last month. Really love that page. I love the colours. The colours are absolutely amazing. This double page, which is the very first time that I've coloured glass to look like there's something in it. And I did this one first, which you can probably tell because it's a bit dire. I really love how the ice cream one turned out. How you can see how it's transparent, but it looks nice, unlike this one. This one, I did this in a live stream, I think. The little moth. Another double pager. This was done with the Derwent Inktense and Distress Ink. Did the donut page. I'm well on the way to completing this book, I think. I do want to complete it before the end of the year, and I think I've not done a bad job so far. I based this one off Queen of the Damned. Really wanted it to look like her. Did these two portrait pictures. Lots of Pentel Hybrid dual metallic pens on these pages. As you can see, it's very, very shiny. And then this one. So lots of pages completed in that book. Really happy. I want to get my hands on her newest release, Tales of the Forest. Is that what it's called? Tales of the Forest Kingdom? But unfortunately Bocus isn't up to date with the new EU regulations, which means they can't yet ship to the UK. I'm gutted because I've got to wait till the book depository get it in now, or potentially wait until August for it to come on Amazon. This one is Symphony of Cute Animals by Kanoko Igusa. And I did do this page for a colour along that says Colouring Chat with Sammy was doing on Instagram. And quite a lot of us joined in and did this page. I really love how it turned out, given, you know, what I was put up against, because this paper, it just was not playing very well with my pencils. I tried the Tombows, which, yeah, they struggle on some paper, on a lot of paper, but then I tried the Polychromos, and they was almost ripping the paper as well. In the end, the only pencil that I found to go down nicely was the Prismacolors. But yeah, the paper in this, I found it really temperamental. But there we go, it didn't turn out too bad. But I can't see me rushing to colour another page in that book, I'll be honest. So the next one is a little postcard book by Hannah Carlson. that I missed out of all the Hannah Carlson pages. And this was a full-on gel pen page, as you can see, all the sparkle. Next up was one of my very favourite issues of Colouring Heaven, the Colouring Heaven collection Endangered Animals by Tim Jeffs, and I did this little sea turtle in this one. I really love this page. It was an acrylic paint background that I used with a sponge. I put it on with a sponge and pencils. I've even wrote down what pencils I've used there. Bit of a mixture. Next up is in Johanna Basford's Ivy and the Inca Butterfly. Now I've only done one page in this as well, and it is this one. And this, again, this was a group buddy colour on Instagram with quite a few people. On this one I did use some, if you diamond paint, you know the drills that you get with diamond painting, I had some leftovers and I just stuck them on this page. So all around here, down here, you can see that I used the drills. Really cute. They've not fell off either, touch wood. They've not fell off. And that's that one. Next up we've got a book from Tanya Bond, Inklings 2. Must have only done one page in here, or none. Where's the page I've done? Oh, it's right at the back, it's this one. So this was a soft pastel background, I think. Yeah, it was. This would have been the Arteza pencils that I used on this one. And then a bit of gel pen, gold gel pen. I think it was the Jelly Roll, the copper Jelly Roll that I used for that one. Another book by Tanya Bond, this time is Inklings number 1. And where is she? There she is, the lady with the dragon. I used a stencil for the background to create sort of tree trunks to the sides of her. Really cute images, these pages. Gel pen there, shining. Next up we have Misfits by White Stag. I was having fun with this page, let's just put it that way. Having lots of fun, and I basically just threw all the acrylic paint at it. I dabbed it all on with a sponge. I created a sort of cherry blossom tree at the top. That was originally Burr Branches. Yeah, she's a bit bloodied up as well. Well, it is the zombie book, so I turned her into a zombie. Next is another book by Annie Stegg, The Moonlit Veil. I did tag a page in here that I want to do next, the little unicorn, but I did this one. It's quite a small book as well. I think it's 8 by 8, this one, so they are quite detailed, but they don't take as long as you'd think because of the size of the book. Done this one and this one. Really nice books, those. They come signed as well, and it's on really good paper. So the next one is In the Flower Year by Layla Dooley, and I recently did this in a live stream as well. And it's this one, and I used the Derwent Coloursoft pencils for this, and then a bit of a pan pastel background. Next up I have my Hanalin book, which is on the Amazon printed paper, and for this one I used my marker pens. It's what I call my easy colouring. So all my block colouring that I want to do with marker pens I tend to do in here. So very colourful pages, just block coloured Hanalin pages, cutesy images. And there's another one. I put a bit of sparkle on this page, tiny bit of glitter up here and a bit of glossy accents on her eyes. This one with a little chick, I think. Oh, this one, This one's cute. And that's it in that one. So I use that for my mindless colouring because it's just block colouring with alcohol markers. I do like to use that big. So this is a Colouring Heaven special. This was by Endangered. And I did quite a few pages in this. It was a much loved copy of the Colouring Heaven. Because I do really love Ennis's images. And it was a really good deal to get them all in this Colouring Heaven issue because her illustrations on Etsy are one of the more expensive end, I would say, for a single image, based on all the artists' work that I've seen on there. I did this unicorn. That was using the Arteza pencils, and they have a lovely range of pastel colours in that Arteza 120 set. Beautiful. There's another page in here somewhere. It might be at the beginning. Is that it? Oh, there's two at the beginning. There's this one with the little spaceship. And then there's this one. I did a galaxy background. And that's that in that one. Next up, we have a manga colouring book that I purchased by Christopher Hart. And I've only done one page in here and I wasn't happy with it. It really went wrong, and it was this one. I really despise it. I despise everything about it. But there we go. I'm showing all my completed pages and I won't be hiding it just because I don't like it. You've been shown. Next up, we've got this Rachel Mintz book, Gorgeous Fairies. Now I did just cut the page down on this one because I made a boo-boo right on the edge of the paper, but it doesn't have the image there, it stops there anyway. So it was just the edge, the border, shall we say. This was an Inktense background, I think. Yeah, Inktense background, the rest was pencil. I think it was a very long time ago, that one now. There's no more pages in that one either. So next up is the Mandala book by Coloriage. So I've done quite a lot in this one as well actually. Here's the title page. And then there's this one where I use the drawing gum pen on the background again to create a scroll. This one. This was a watercolor, pan pastel and then watercolour over the top, I think. This one. It's a really nice book. This nature one, is it called? The Nature Mandala book. I really love that one. Sometimes I do just use gel pens, sometimes I will do a bit more shading, it just depends what mood I'm in. But I do like to do some backgrounds as well on them. Let's see, we've done the leaf. Oh, I'm just knocking my painting down at the back there. I think there might be one more in here. Oh, there's a couple more. There's this one, which is all gel pen and stickles. And then there's the fairy. That's a pan pastel background as well, and pan pastel on the skin. And then the rest is gel pens. But it's a really lovely one, that. What's it called? Mandala's Magical Nature by Coloriage. You can get that on Amazon. Next up we have The Ink House by Rory Dobner. Now I have noticed that I've still got a whip in here as well, and it has been a whip for a long time. And I really, you know, it's not usual for me to have whips, but all I need to do is this, and I don't know why I've just not finished it. And oh, this little mouse down here. But this mouse, I did the fur on my channel. And then the next page in here is a double page spread of Clarence the Caterpillar. Really love this one, really proud of this one. I love the bucket, the effect on the bucket and the metal. I love the butterflies, I love the background. It's a pan pastel background with a template, circular template. I just love it. We love that one. Next up, I'm gonna flip through really quickly. These are just my mindless colouring. This is the Love Pug Mosaic colour by number. So I have done quite a lot in here, but they are very samey, so I'm not going to spend too much time. But we've got this one, that one. Some I've just used alcohol markers on, and some I've mixed it up with a bit of glitter gel pen, metallic gel pen. Just whatever I felt like at the time. That's a really cute one. Oh, that one. That one. I have nearly done all of these. I think there's only a few pages left that I've not done. He's got his little rucksack on. He's cute, isn't he? And that one. And that's it. That's it. And you might have seen this one a few times. I think I did a flip of it on my channel as a completed colouring book. There's a couple of pages missing that I did give to my mum to frame. So one's in her living room and one my sister has got. But there's that one. That one. This one. This I stuck some shells on that my daughters had collected from the beach. I did say I was going to get a frame for it, and I still haven't. A year later, I still haven't got a frame for it. It's one of them things you put to the back of your mind and lay away. I love this one. I particularly love that one. And that's it out of that one. So getting to the last few books now. I hope you've you know, not found it too long. This is Ocean Dreams by Mystica Mirrors. And this one is one of my favourite pages that I've ever done. It's got lots of confettis on, lots of white gel pen, lots of sparkle, Neocolor 2 background. Next one is this one. Again, it's a Neocolor 2 background. Lots of white gel pen again, all over the hair. It was actually Neocolor 2 for all of it. The skin and everything was Neocolor 2s on that one actually. The paper in these books is really good quality. I did this one. I think I did that one on the channel as well. And then this one, which I love. I love the colours on this one. Super duper duper pretty. Next up we have some Camilla Devacor books. So we've got the Pop Manga, which I've not actually done many pages in these ones, and it was one of the earlier books, so these are pages that I did towards the start of my colouring journey, so I'm not that thrilled about this page, to be honest. And then there's that one. I think that was all Neocolor 2s as well. The skin as well, because that went a bit blotchy. Did this one. And my favourite rainbow butterfly moth page. I love that page. I still love it. Next up is Pop Manga Mermaids and Other Sea Creatures, and surprisingly, again, I've only done one page in this book, and it is right at the back, and it is this one. So I did just pop on what I'd used, the Castle Art pencils and KJ Design by Karen watercolour. But yeah, shocking that I've only done one page in that one. Disappointed in myself. Because when I come to this one, which is her newest release, Cute and Creepy, you'll see just how many pages I have done in this one. So I've done the pony page, done this page here, it's a bit gruesome, this double page, this double page. I have already done a flip of this book as well on my channel separately. Done the bumblebee, the owl. This is another book that I'm trying to complete before the end of the year. I've done the frog, the monsters. This little one here that's transferred all over this page. It will erase off, or I will be able to cover it up, but it has just transferred everything on that page. Done the Beauty and the Beast page, which I absolutely adore. This one was a body colour with Ashley Megan off Instagram. This one. I've got a lot of pages on this side that I haven't done. I'll have to get some more done towards the back. Did this little skeleton. I think I did a Poltergeist page somewhere. Here we go. This was the Poltergeist page. So cute, that one. Where are we? This one. And more recently, this one. And I think that's it in that book. Definitely, because I've done lots. And then last page is in the Kew Gardens World of Flowers colouring book. Now this book has a guide on one side and then you colour the page on the opposite. So this was the guide and this was the one that I coloured. And that's the only page I've done in that one again. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much if you stuck by all of that and got to the end. Big thumbs up. Please do give this video a like and please do subscribe if you're new and hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when I go live, because I am planning 1 or 2 live streams this week, possibly tomorrow being the first one around 11 AM GMT. So watch out for that one. Thanks guys. See you again soon. Bye bye.